Yes, we finished chapter 4. Chapter 5 now.
Chapter 5.
So, so I think it ended with Hippolyte, but basically, I think what the main thing that happened in chapter 5 was what, do you think?
Chapter 5?
Yeah, the main thing.
So they have a hot debate on the Bonaparte.
Yes, but do we remember how it started?
It started with Rincon.
No, we didn't start with Rincon. It started with Anna again.
Oh, Anna talked about the Bonaparte.
No, yeah, Anna's talking about Bonaparte, yes. She's trying to say how...
I'll start with a comedy, right? They talk about the comedy.
Yes, she was hoping that this comedy would do what?
Would become the last drop.
Yeah, correct. Kind of like the last straw or last drop in the glass. Before overrun, right?
Yeah, before overrun.
And then Vincent said what after that?
Vincent said it's impossible.
Correct, it's impossible. Yeah. Correct, very good. And then let's see. And then we figure out after that the Bonaparte. So there was one more thing they said. If if Bonaparte is going to stay there too long, then the French society will be like gone,
destroyed.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And then Anna came back again, saying that the Emperor Alexander, that is a Russian emperor, he would decide to let people decide for themselves what to do, right? And then Prince Andrew said that Vincent is right, that matters have gone too far and there's no way to go back to, because Anna wanted French people to decide to get back to a rightful king, but then Andrew said that's never going to happen. And then Pierre came in, right? So
Pierre came in.
He's back into conversation. Yeah.
So basically, Pierre's opinion is yes, they will now come back. Yes. But he go further and say Bonaparte is good, right? Something like that.
Well, so Pierre said that all the aristocracy has already gone over to Bonaparte, and then Vincent said Bonaparte. Only people who are on Bonaparte said that, and then Andrew said, well, even Bonaparte said so, which is kind of like a mean kind of thing to say. But then came Andrew again. So Andrew now is quoting Bonaparte. I told them you can come to follow me, but you didn't come. But then I opened my door and you came right in, right? So that was Prince Andrew's one. But then Vincent says, hey, they can do that, but he can never be a hero, right? Bonaparte can never be a hero because he killed innocent people. And again, before he did anything, Pierre again broke. So he broke twice, right? So
first time Anna stopped him, but the second time.
The first time, I don't think the first time Anna stopped him. Basically, the first time Pierre broke was here. He broke into the conversation, right? And then so he broke it and saying that the aristocracy even went over to Bonaparte's side, right? So because we were arguing about, Andrew said that's not going to go back. And then Pierre said, yeah, it's most likely not going to go back because even the aristocracy went over to that. That's the first time he broke.
Yes.
The second time he broke was again after he talked about so he felt that he had something he wanted to say that the execution of the Duke was a necessity, right? Because Vincent said that he's not a hero anymore because he killed some innocent people. Yeah. And then this is a one that everybody's upset about, saying that the execution was a political necessity, and Napoleon showed a greatness of soul. So this is what people are upset about Pierre, because he said that not only was the killing okay, but Napoleon was also great for killing it, right? And then Anna was really like upset. Oh my God, she said, right? And then we get again people just get very upset and say, how can you say killing is okay, etc., right? And then Pierre was saying, look, the people already left, and the Bonaparte did actually a good thing because it stopped the revolution. Revolution can get really out of hand, can be really hard, right?
They call it.
Yeah, he quelled.
He called
so
it.
he's a great man.
Yeah.
And then again, Anna's trying to stop and says, won't you come over to our table? That's the first time I think he says, can you come over to our table? Yeah. But Pierre didn't want to hear her and keep talking again. And Napoleon is great because he actually bring up the good good quality about the revolution, right? That is, he wanted to bring equality, freedom, right? Freedom and equality, right? And then
Lincoln
but then Lincoln said, but then you can't use this power to kill people, right? And cannot call a great man. So, and then he said, well, and then the revolution was but the revolution is still a great thing because it did exactly, he saw that revolution gave a that's what the people wanted. And then the Vicomte said, well, the revolution was a revolution and killing the king a good thing, right? And then Anna said, won't you just again come to this to my table, right? And then again we get into this problem of like, why did you allow for killing? And then again is about this freedom and equality and liberty, right?
Yeah.
And then Vicomte said, well, it's easy for you to say that, but it's hard to give liberty and equality, right?
Especially after the revolution.
Yes, after the revolution.
People are not happy.
Okay. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
So in the very beginning, is Andrew talk about the things. So is Andrew talk about the revolution is not that bad because he said because Barnabas said something, but why the other people don't against Andrew but against Pierre?
Well, at that point, there's nothing about killing yet. When Andrew came in first, all that he said is that maybe French society cannot go back anymore.
Yeah,
that's all. He didn't say anything extra. Pierre thinks that Bonaparte, on the hand, is a good guy because he helped to calm the revolution down, gave liberty and equality to everyone, and then he had to act, So everybody is against that idea that it's okay to kill the Duke, right? And that's what Vicomte was talking on before about this killing of the Duke. Like it was an innocent person; he didn't do anything bad, and Napoleon decided to kill him. Okay. And
in the end, Anna, I feel Anna is become more and more upset. And in the end, he just railed her force and joined the Vicomte to attack the Pierre.
Well, so she rallied her forces, and at that point, everybody's saying everything to Pierre about look all these bad things that Napoleon did, and then he stopped for a little while. Right? Yeah. And then the prince came in at that point, Prince Andrew again.
Right? Prince Andrew.
So basically saying, hey, look, you can't just judge one man as one man because he's also a general and an emperor, right? Yeah. So you have to judge it that way. And then you also must say that not only, so Pierre actually chimed in again. Yep, I agree with that. But Andrew again said that, yes, Bonaparte actually did some good things. He's not all bad, but there were some acts, and maybe the murders included, he didn't think is actually correct, and then he decided to go. Okay, so at that point, the conversation has not completely changed yet, because people are still talking, but Prince Andrew decided to go. So the question is what's going to happen next, and people have been thinking about what Pierre said and Bonaparte and whatever, and then Hippolyte comes in and say, hey, I have a story to tell you, and then he starts laughing. Nobody understands what he's trying to say, but then that's okay. So after this story, everybody goes back to what they were normally saying.
Yes. Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks,
everyone.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.